If you're an agency owner and you're feeling stuck, stressed, or like you're scaling sideways, then this video could change the whole trajectory of your business right now. So all I ask from you is 10 minutes of your time. Now, we don't just consult agencies in my company, we track all of their numbers. And when I mean everything, literally everything. So my company tracks or has tracked over $3.5 million in revenue just this far this year. And this is across dozens of agencies, pre-revenue, multiple 6-7 figure run rates. And with that level of visibility that we get and the level of insight that we get, patterns emerge, right? So this is kind of the basis of this video. And the truth is that the agencies that scale, they follow the data and they follow what the data is telling them. And the ones that die out, they just follow the dopamine. So that's why in this video, I'm going to break down the 5 fatal mistakes that I see week in and week out when talking to these owners and founders that destroy their agency growth, right? So these aren't just theories. Again, they're traps that I see people fall into, and I've fallen into myself. And one of them has actually cost me over $300,000 in opportunity cost or opportunity loss before I went ahead and rebuilt from the knowledge and the hard-learned lessons that I learned myself. So by the end of this video, you're going to know with painful clarity whether you're on the right track or you're sprinting full speed off a cliff. But before we get into it, I'm going to give you some background about me. So started my first actual registered company at 16. And I know you can't actually start a company at 16. It was under my mother's name. And then I started working in an engineering startup at 17. Went on to develop AI solutions or go into the AI sector, developing AI solutions for companies. And as I was working with companies on how to implement AI and getting to know the industry, I discovered a strong desire to help companies with business development, aka helping them find product market fit and scale their company through analyzing and improving, optimizing their go-to-market strategies. So now I run a company called Emberly, which is a data-centric consulting company that focuses on aligning sales, marketing, and product to solidify product market fit and drive results. So just a few points on our track record and kind of who we've helped scale. So college soccer guys, 1.1 to over 3 million in 5 months. These are people that operate some of the biggest trading offers or e-com offers rather now in the space. Another recruitment company, started from absolute scratch, went to 240K in 6 months. E-com company went on to, they're on track to do, over 4 million this year. AI company, another sort of marketing company, or 2 marketing companies at the end. Again, one started from 0, gonna do close to 2 million this year. And then another marketing company at the end. So some of them obviously we've worked with longer than others, as you can see by the timeline. But that's just some of the companies that we worked with and the things that we've helped them accomplish, or the numbers we helped them accomplish. So now I'm actually going to get into the 5 mistakes as you were promised. So mistake number 1 is people get too complex before they get any clients. Like, I've seen people have the most complex and insane Notion dashboard with triggers, however many tabs, perfect views on everything, but they only have 2 or 3 clients, right? They've got SOPs and workflows for everything, but it's not being used. And Slack channels with more bots than buyers. These people, and if this is one of you, you're hiding. You're hiding from like what actually matters, which is the results, retention, and your referrals, the 3 R's, right? And at less than 10 clients, you do not need that much complexity in your business. You just need to be clear on what's working and what's not. So simple spreadsheets, manual fulfillment, if to the point where something gets really to become a bottleneck, then you can automate it. direct messages, very tight feedback loops. You scale the system only when it breaks. That's when you should scale the system to the point or just before you know that it's going to break. Then you can go over to scale and automate everything. But until that point, there's no point in setting all these beautiful automation systems backing up for no one to see. So mistake number 2, people hire before they've proved their offer. And traction does not equal team, and team does not equal traction. It's not the same thing. If you scale your team, does not mean you have to, or does not mean you're going to scale traction. And if you scale and get more traction, that does not mean you have to necessarily grow a team. This one is pretty straightforward, and this happens so much. People close some deals, dopamine hits, and suddenly it's like, oh, let's hire a setter, let's hire a VA, let's hire a closer. We're gonna build this massive empire. But you're not. You're not gonna do that off of 2 closers, okay? You're building an overhead still based on this presumption, and you are anticipating this huge spike in growth, and that whatever you're doing is just going to continue on this upward trend and trajectory, but it's not. It does not always happen like that, okay? So what usually happens, you get excited, get new hires on, they get scope creep and confusion, clients leave, you miss payroll, people get laid off or they leave for better offers, you burn out, then, oh, what happened? Now I'm 6 months in, back to square one. Do I even want to continue doing this? Do I not? These are the thoughts that are going to go through your head when this happens. And they do go through founders and business owners' heads when this does happen to them. And this is just because you thought you had this like amazing thing because you got a little bit of traction, and that traction was like just a spike, and spikes happen. Things go up and down. It's not just going to go up. Now, before you hire a single person, a single person in your company, there's 3 things that I put here that you need to follow as a reference. It doesn't have to be exact because like any rule, there are exceptions to it. But 1, you should have battle tested your offer or your fulfillment and your delivery service, whatever it is that you're offering, across at least 10 to 15 clients. And if you're a single person and it's like you're a one-man band, then it could be less than that, but it has to be more than 2 or 3, which is usually the number that people hit. And they're like, fuck, well, I need to hire a 50-person team to manage all this expected growth, right? Because that's what happens, and that's what I see. And some of you watching this might be guilty of that, but you need a considerable amount of like proven delivery to more than a handful of clients before you can do anything. That's what point 2 is. You should have had to deliver it to these clients without any real massive churn or any huge screw ups in your fulfillment. So you should look for consistent outcomes across those clients too, because in your first 2-3 clients, like it might be a complete shit show, and you can't really count it towards those 10 to 15 battle tested clients. Those are like 10 to 15 people that have had really good experiences with your product, have either recommended your product, or if it's recurring, that they don't churn, right? And then during the process, document everything with extreme clarity so that you have really good SOPs, and when you do hire, it makes your life a lot easier. So product market fit, which is something that I talk about a lot, and I have a 30-minute video breaking down what it is, how to find it, and how to prove it pretty much. So you can go watch that somewhere else on my channel. It's one of my earlier videos. But that is pretty much what we call like market desire. So the market is ready, they're open to your product, there are buyers for whatever you're wanting to sell. But a full proven offer it includes like being internally ready for it to be able to fulfill on that market desire. So if you can't trust a stranger to run the processes without you, then you're not ready to scale. You're still in validation mode. And it's very important to understand that you shouldn't scale because you want to. You should scale because you have to. Like, keep pushing the limits of how far you can go with as lean as a team that you can be. All right. Now, mistake number 3, niche flinching. Whatever you guys call it, fucking strategic pivots. Oh, I'm pivoting my offer right now. Oh, we're doing a strategic pivot, guys. This is all we're doing. All right. It's not a strategic pivot. It's really not. You're just getting shiny objects syndrome. That's all it is. You're like, start by saying, oh, you help coaches. Then we do e-com. No, we help SaaS founders, and no, we do this now. And next month, not even month, it can be week, people change their niche and offer in their mind. Which is, it's okay if you're seriously testing something and it doesn't work, but if you're choosing a niche or an offer that has already been proven and you've been testing it and you just don't find any success in it, like, you can move on, but you can't just say, oh, I've tried this for 3 days. I've tried 3 days of outreach. This doesn't work. When there are literally people doing the same thing, making like 6 figures a month in it. So you're just changing because you've seen another YouTube video about someone that's doing more money, or that someone is scaled to 60, 100K a month in 2 months with a different offer. People do not stick to one thing for long enough. And only like when you've actually genuinely tried an offer and then either you just hate it or it's not working for you, it's not working in your market, in whatever country you're in, there are valid reasons for switching, but pivoting is like divorce, right? It's great analogy for it. The first time, if you do it once, sure, maybe it didn't work out, it's fine. No one's fault, no harm done, go on to the next one. Okay, but after the 4th time or the 5th time of getting divorced, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, maybe I am the problem. Okay, it's the same thing when you're switching niches that often. And what's really happening is you're running from the dip that happens after that initial like excitement, optimistic feeling. Then you start finding out more about it. Oh, it's actually not that easy to do it. You start doing it for a while and you just like completely crash and you hit that dip, the struggle point that every business has before the traction compounds. You go excitement, you hit some friction, and then most people just drop off here when they hit the friction because you expect it to be easy, but it's not. And then you find the breakthrough. So you're not gonna build momentum by just completely changing your vehicle the whole time. You build it by pressing on the gas really, really hard, even when things do not feel like they're panning out. You just keep going and keep being consistent. Stay in the dip, own it, earn the right to scale. Mistake number 4, you're not talking to your clients to dial ascension offers. Like, people do not talk to their clients at all. I do not understand it. Most agency owners wonder like why they can't scale beyond 1 offer or 2 offers, or like they might have 4 offers, but the people are only buying 1 majority of the time, or you have a low ticket but people are churning from your low ticket. You don't know where to kind of focus what, and it's because you've never asked your clients like what you actually want next. I mean, have you ever sent out just a simple survey asking your current clients in any ticket offering, like, oh, hey, what do you enjoy about my service the most? If I were to disappear tomorrow, my service were to disappear from your lives tomorrow, would you miss it? So again, something super, super simple. And there's multiple benefits that can come from that. If you don't know the next mountain that you want to climb, you'll never or that your clients want to climb, you'll never build an ascension ladder that will actually convert people. And it doesn't matter like, whether you start from low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, it doesn't matter. You can always build on top of it, or you can always go down the ladder, right? It's called a ladder for a reason. The common failures that I see is putting ideas from competitors instead of like your actual conversation with your clients, because it's very different. Assuming more calls equals more value that you're giving people, thinking premium just is like do more of the same thing but bigger, or like add this onto the offer or add that onto the offer and then you can charge more. But people do not buy based on offer stacking necessarily. They add based on value. So people often confuse offer stacking with like actual value that you're providing your client. And instead of doing all this or not speaking to your customers at all, you just ask them some basic questions. So, I mean, it's really that simple. It's not that complicated, but people just don't do it. And there's multiple benefits to it. One, you can figure out like what people actually like, and then offer stack and add it to something else, or they want more access to you. They wish they could speak to you more. Boom, one-on-one offer, more elite, more exclusive one-on-one offer. If it's we really like this part of it, of the offer, and it's not mentioned as much in your messaging, then you know people really like that. So you need to focus more and shift the messaging to convey that part of your offer and that value more, and you will see more people convert. Okay. Now, mistake number 5 is the biggest one by far. Is people scale without product market fit. Now, problem is here, most of you don't know what the hell product market fit is. And again, I'm going to reference the video that I made about what it is and how to find it. You should really go watch it. You don't have a business until the market tells you you have a business. And this is very important. It's not your gut. It's not the 2 deals you closed last month, last week. It's not your friend who said that your offer was fire. None of that. This isn't about what you believe. It's about what the market consistently buys and they show desire for. And here's how to know whether you don't have it. And I put don't instead of how to know when you have it, because most of you guys are stuck in this spot or this position. If you're chasing clients and they're not chasing you, probably don't have it. Sales call and then let me think about it. You have to do multi-step like closes, or people just ghost you after a sales call. Keep tweaking your offer like every few weeks. Now, again, this is like, you can tweak your offer and optimize it, especially once you have it. You're still going to keep on tweaking and optimizing. But if you're doing it based off of just guessing and like no information whatsoever, doesn't work. You hear that this is interesting. Ooh, this sounds interesting, instead of like, okay, where do I get this? How do I pay for this? And no one's really referring you. So these are just some indicators of you not having it. And again, I use this example because I know, or these examples because I know a lot of people experience this rather than what it means to actually have it. And it's really the difference between like deals coming in and like deals that you have to scramble and hustle to get, or clients upgrading or continuing their service out of the complete desire, want, or need to have whatever it is you're offering. So what you need, like just quickly, this is kind of the structure that I break down, is find your niche first, then your transformation that the niche wants, then you can base the price off of the first 2 things, then what mechanism are you going to use to deliver this transformation, and then once the mechanism is dialed and you know that it's profitable and you can deliver it profitably at scale, then you can scale through access channels. That is the gist of it, pretty much. My first agency, I landed 3 clients pretty quickly. I think it was 4 actually, and I thought I was onto something, so I did all this and like told myself we're scaling. And this relates back to the first problem with hiring too quickly. But literally 2 months later, all 3 clients churned and I was fucked. Okay, because I didn't understand what product market fit was, and I didn't understand how to test for it. And the hard truth that I had to learn is that if the market isn't pulling you forward, then it's only going to like pull you under. And you throwing all your energy, like desperately trying to make something work for an extended period of time, you're just delaying you being pulled under by the market. You should not be working 14 hours a day necessarily in most business models, and in most businesses. And it should not be a pain or a mission or just incredibly hard work for you to just get one more client and like just scale that little bit, like getting it at 10%, whatever increase. It should not be that hard to do it. So there we have it. The 5 mistakes that I see for the majority across the board of our clients, people that I speak to, myself that has experienced it. And in conclusion, like the blueprint that you should follow and think about, very simply broken down, is don't scale until the market demands it. Don't hire until your system requires it. Don't niche hop. Just find one that you can really dominate. Don't hope for revenue. Engineer it. Be specific. Look at the data. What is the data telling you? And don't build complexity. Build leverage. All right. It's as simple as that. It really is. People overcomplicate business because you blur the like simplicity of it, and you try and make it too complicated. I don't know why people try and make it that complicated. So yeah, that is pretty much it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that after watching this, you now either understand whether you're just going to. That is it for this video. After watching this, I hope that you either know that you're crushing it right now and you're going to scale the shit out of your business, or you're driving your business off a cliff and you need to change what you're doing right now and be strategic about what you're doing more so than what you are at the moment. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave in the comments any video ideas that you would want to see more so from me. Of course, this channel is a lot more strategic and more in depth. So yeah, I will be looking at listening to every one of the suggestions. And if you have any questions, connect with me on socials, leave a comment, whatever, and we can connect. So see you guys in the next video.